Hi, my name is Jared. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. So, are you the pure in heart? We'll just take a self quiz on this, and I actually took the quiz myself and find out there's some things I have to work on. First of all, let's talk about the opposite of the pure in heart, the characteristics of someone that doesn't have a pure heart. I believe that it's we're being tested on the true intent of our heart. So if our intent has this word, it's called guile. Um, if this word if you have the characteristics of this word, I'm just going to give you what the definition in the dictionary is. The definition in the dictionary is slyness and cunning in your dealings with others, craftiness, or in other words, deceit, lies, scams, alternative motives, hidden motives, dishonesty, tricks. And so it's basically getting gain off of others' misery or their pain, glorifying yourself off of deceiving others. And then another thing that is the opposite of the pure in heart would be the word hypocrisy. Now we all know what hypocrisy is. Basically, do as I say, but not as I do, or you're preaching out all these things about God, and behind closed doors you're being dishonest, you're being deceitful, you're doing exactly what you're preaching to these others are. And I think Jesus in the four Gospels, when he was doing his ministry, he didn't get too angry very often, but I think he did with the Pharisees and the Sadducees, because they were so full of this hypocrisy. He would always get mad at them because they would be doing this. And so if we have any of these attributes or any of these characteristics, if this is the tent of our hearts, then we really have some work to do on this subject. And so how do we get this bad intent out of our hearts? Well, first of all, we have to repent, and we have to feel bad about what we've done, and put our faith in God, and ask God to make our desires, to help us make our desires pure, or to make our true intents pure, because that's why we're really here, is to be tested of the true intent of our hearts. And so we want to try to get our characteristics like God, like God's characteristics, because in the Bible, in Matthew 5:48, it says, "Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect." And so we want to try. How do we do that? So what we do is we try to find out what the characteristics of Jesus was. So his characteristics are love, honesty, compassion, charity, forgiving, wise, virtuous, humble. Um, all these are the characteristics of what Christ is. So what we want to do is we want to mimic this. We want to bring those characteristics upon us. We're just following after Jesus, the way he was. And so one thing that we can do is to keep our minds pure, because whatever goes in through our eyes and whatever goes in through our ears eventually gets down into our hearts. And we want to purify our minds, and we want to purify our hearts. So how you do that is you monitor and be very, very careful what you put in your mind, because that eventually, like I said, will go to your heart. And then from your heart will be manifested out in your everyday life when you're interacting with other people. So anyway, we need to really give our lives to God. We need to glorify him in everything. We need to give our talents, all of our energy, everything that we are, and keep our eyes single to the glory of God. So anyway, I just thought I would bring this up and just do a self quiz and just kind of see where you're at, and maybe this raised some questions in your mind about yourself or something. So anyway, you have a nice day, and God bless you.